Are you really busy at the moment? Like now today?
Not this afternoon, but
Okay.
this morning I was.
Just
So now I don't have any other commitments until like this evening. But this morning was just way too much.
I just need to get these things out and then I can actually start working. Okay, I don't think I'll use the tripod.
What's up?
It's gonna be some tough lighting.
Yeah.
But it's okay, I've been in worse situations. That'll work.
I can put the light on outside in the hallway.
Oh, that's not necessary. This is enough to like get some details.
Okay.
Okay. I don't really know how to start this. I never really know how to start this. Yeah. Maybe we can like quickly speak just to get like things rolling on like how do you identify?
Okay.
Like in terms of, well, it's open to like your interpretation actually really. So
Okay.
maybe if you like talking about it, you can talk about it. If you feel like ranting, please rant.
Okay. Okay. I always used to identify as bisexual, and that's what I said to everyone when I came out. But I always knew that my preference was mostly for women, but I sort of felt obligated to say I was bisexual because I was in a relationship with a guy, which lasted for 3 years.
It's long. It's really. That's like. Was it like really committed, like serious, or?
Yeah, it was like we were best friends in high school. So it was sort of just the natural progression from that, and like when you grow up in a very heteronormative society.
Yes, that's how it goes for all of us.
That's how it goes. So it was like a best friend kind of thing, and I didn't really think much about it and stuff. And then obviously I knew that I was attracted to women, but I didn't really like go into it too much. Also because my family is like very religious, so it was something that we didn't like. We don't judge, but we are not. And then. I met the other, obviously.
Well, it's not like something that people speak about either. Like
yeah.
now in my family, I'm the only one.
Yeah,
like
same.
in like the whole family, like
me too.
That's like just different in terms of their like sexual orientation, at the least. But it's not something that's spoken about. I mean, like I came out last year to my mother, but then I never like officially came out to my siblings.
Yeah.
Even though they do know, and they've probably always known.
Yeah.
But it's not something that's ever discussed. It's still very much like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you have like a similar...
Yeah, pretty similar. Like, I came out to my mom over the phone because I just couldn't wait anymore, and I was like, I need to tell someone, but I didn't really give her a label. I just told her I like girls, and she was like, oh my word, I'm so relieved. I thought you were going to tell me that you were pregnant. So that was weird. Yeah.
That's a cool response.
Yeah, it was nice. Like I expected worse, so that was good. And she's quite nice. Like she's met Beata, and she's really nice to her and stuff. And she calls us her little rainbows, which is quite strange. But nowadays, like I feel more like the label gay suits me, but like I would take that. But I feel like I still have like a struggle with people believing that, because you know, like. That's why I sometimes feel like labels limit us, because like even if you tell people that you're gay and then one day maybe perchance you fall in love with someone of the opposite sex, then people are going to be like, oh, and I have to come out to everyone all over again now and say, oh no, I'm not bisexual, sorry. So that's why I also like the word queer, because it's like an umbrella term.
Yes, it is.
Nobody has to clarify what.
But the thing with queer is like it makes sense for us to use, and especially when we like talking to each other.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, if you bring up the word queer in a situation where there are people that are more like heterosexual, cisgender, or whatever, they're kind of like, oh shit,
yeah.
Are you allowed to use that word?
Term,
isn't it offensive? I thought like it's wrong to use.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like this whole. It's good to have discussion around the word, but it becomes complicated, and then they just get confused, and the confusion makes things more complicated. Like I mean, like I had a similar conversation the other day. Like I mean, it's actually kind of like it's unnecessary that we have to like
come out with a label.
Well, that too, but then actually keep it really basic and intelligible for other people so that they feel more comfortable in terms of understanding like who we are and where we come from.
Yeah, you saying that's unnecessary.
It's sad that it is that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just kind of need to remember that, damn, like they don't have that same frame of reference or whatever.
We were actually having a conversation similar to this at Safe Space where we were saying like in one sense labels are really nice because you can explain to other people and it's like really nice to compartmentalize things and like define what is a lesbian, what is a bisexual person, what is a transgender person.
Yeah.
Now you understand heterosexual cisgendered human. But in the other way it's very frustrating that we have to like put ourselves into these boxes so that people can understand when everyone is like, I don't know, on the spectrum or whatever.
The spectrum.
And it's also nice because when you grow up in a heteronormative society to like claim something, like this is what I am, now I know, and then you find other people who identify that way and you're like, cool, we get each other. But yeah. Oh yeah, and about the coming out to my parents thing as well. Like my dad knows because he asked my mom, but he basically was like, Shelley dresses like a lesbian, so does she like girls? And my mom laughed and then it was awkward and she was like, well yeah, and she has a girlfriend and blah blah blah. But he doesn't like conflict, so we haven't spoken about it at all.
Okay.
And like Beata came to visit me in the holidays and she was at my house and stuff, but my dad sort of talks past her and doesn't make eye contact or anything, so he just sort of doesn't really acknowledge that she's there, which is very uncomfortable. So I won't be taking her to him.
How long have you and Beata been dating?
Officially, we've already been dating for 3 months.
Officially?
Yeah. Unofficially for like 6 months, but we've known each other for 2 years. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool that you took her to your parents. Took me for... My mom actually just recently met my boyfriend.
How long have you guys been together?
It's on the way to 3 years in September.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So, but she surprised me every time. Like, she's actually too nice. It makes me it's great. I'm really happy, but it makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, my
like,
mom's the same.
Is it gonna blow up sometime? Like, what's gonna
I
happen?
know, exactly. That's exactly like my mom. Like, she was like, oh, I'm so happy, la la la. And she met Beata and she hugged her and she's like, you're so gorgeous. Oh, my 2 little rainbows. That's what she calls us. She's very strange.
2 little rainbows.
My 2 little rainbows. And like all this weird stuff. And she's like, yeah, but there is subtle things. Like when Beata came, she was like, Beata can sleep in your room if she wants to and stuff like that. And they're very old-fashioned parents. So I was like, if I had a guy here, would you let him sleep with me in my room? And she's like, no. And I was like, Mom, it's the same. We're dating. And she's like, yeah, but like I'm so I kind of think that she very deep down thinks I'm going to get over it one day.
Maybe not. I think a lot of the times we tend to underestimate our parents in terms of what they're open to and what they understand and stuff like that. And it's just, I think she's just acknowledging like your relationship with her, and she's, I think, maybe trying to make it more comfortable in a way. Or
I suppose it could also be like, because she knows that it's more difficult or whatever with the family, she just wants to make it as easy as possible for her, from her side. So that's also...
Where in the country are you from?
I'm from Malanga.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah. It's called Witbank and it's a shithole. There's literally nothing there.
You said Witbank? Mm-hmm. I've heard of this place. I think I might have been there.
I'm with my mom at the moment. We're getting something to eat. I don't think I'm going to make it, but tell Strauss I will email him about what I need to talk to him about. So I'm just going to go study in the boat and come to the boat whenever you have a free chance.
Okay, so you know.
I know. Cool. Where's Beata from?
She's from Durbanville, so like right here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have like a specific thing with your ring? Is it like really special to you, or?
No, not really. Like, I saw someone with a thumb ring once and I thought it looked cool, so I bought one. And then I just wear them all the time because of, I don't know, I don't wear a lot of jewelry, except for these, obviously. Just think it's cool.
I just always find interesting like the things that people wear and why they wear them and stuff like that. It's such a tiny space. I keep getting distracted by like all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just cool. book called Fuck. What's
Yep.
it about?
The history of the word fuck.
Nice.
It's really cool. It's written really like humorously. I have a lot of books that I wish I could bring here. It's really shit to live so far away because I have like a massive shelf of books that I wish I could bring, but there's just airplanes too heavy, and when I drive, I have too much other stuff to bring, so I can't bring it all. Hopefully, if I get a flat.
Hopefully. So we've only stayed here 1 year.
Yeah, this is my first year. I was in Sonop.
Ooh, how was that?
Well, nobody in Sonop knew that I was queer while I was there, let's put it that way, except for Lamise.
Is Louise from Sonop or?
Yeah, we were roommates in first year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, everything makes kind of sense now.
That's how we got to know each other so well. Are you shooting everything in black and white?
I am actually, yeah.
That's cool.
It's like, I've actually only recently got into shooting color,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more for like my own experimentation and like playing with color and light in general in terms of composition and stuff. But and I've actually realized while doing these photographs that I really want to shoot in color. Like the color is so beautiful, especially in like other people's spaces. I find it so intriguing, but I do think the black and white is good.
Yeah.
So color's more expensive, and I have stock of black and white, so I'm working with that. I might like follow up at a later stage with color or something along those lines.
It's cool. But I like the black and white thing as well.
It's always strange, like photographing someone in a direction, because you really like have to judge what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like the results are always so unexpected. I always find myself stressing after shooting, like, oh shit, what
Didn't get anything.
But then luckily things play out somehow. So, which is your stuff and which is Beata's?
Okay, so this is my stuff. This is all Beata's stuff. This is Beata's drawer. She has a drawer.
She has a drawer.
She has a drawer.
Cute.
And that's her bag. Where is it? She tried to
There
put
it
stuff.
is. I think that's it.
No, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
This is all her stuff.
Nice.
On top of my vinyl collection, which we don't use because it's become her table. So,
Dude.
yeah.
I don't know how you fit two people on this tiny bed. It seems so like.
You actually get used to it. Also, the other's really skinny. So.
You're welcome to take a call if you need to.
No, it's just an SMS.
Oh, okay.
She told me that I have her daughter. Yay.
You actually have a nice view here.
Yeah, it's really nice, but you can always hear the people outside here talking about things I probably shouldn't do.
Okay.
Like last week there was a family there that sort of had like on the lawn and we had. And there was this old woman that came and she was like, it was so weird, like it was all these like white rich parents that were sitting here, but it was a family day for all of Sonop, so it was
Wait, was that I saw you posting something on Facebook on this discussion of what women should be or...
exactly. And this woman she had like this weird bowl with all these plastic balls in them.
Sorry, I don't know. Oh,
That's fine. Falls every day. With all these like plastic balls in them, and then she was like, these balls are all your priorities in life. This one is your boyfriend, this one is your family, this one is your friend, this one is your faith. And she was like, you throw all these balls in the air and you like try to keep them up and whatever, and but the most important one is faith. Like if you don't have family, if you don't have friends, if you don't have money, if you don't have anything else, as long as you have faith, that's
You'll be
fine.
okay.
Huh? Yeah.
Fun.
But like, what about people in Sonop who aren't religious? Because there are those people.
Yeah, and there are people in Sonop also that are queer and are completely against everything that they say.
Exactly. It was like so heteronormative as well. She was like, one day when you find a husband and la la la, and there's lots of men here and they'll wash for you and all this stuff. And I was like,
when did they? I wonder who organized it though.
I don't know. It's usually the haka, but I don't think they put much effort into like figuring out who's speaking and what they're gonna say. Evidently not. So.
I really like the space though. It's starting to feel bigger.
Yeah,
It's almost been
you get
here.
used to it. it's like a shock at first. You can like almost touch it. The other rooms are smaller because they don't have a skew wall. It's just like a straight thing. So I picked this one because it's a little bit more spacious. I think the other ones you probably can't touch both walls. In New Gen, I know you can. I was going to say something now, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I wanted to buy something to put on the wall, but I didn't.
You should. Like the space is so empty from like anything.
Yeah, I wanted to buy like Paul's paintings, but he doesn't want to sell them to me. Because I don't want to buy that super like those weird letters and stuff from Typo that everyone has on their walls.
There's lots of stuff in the art department.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of cool stuff that gets thrown away.
Yeah,
even I
got some drawings from people in my class that I actually put up, but otherwise, I don't know how I always end up with these finger marks on this.
It's from all the wall touching.
Measuring.
That's Triple L. I always like.
What?
I get so caught up in like engaging in the situation, actually talking and then photographing, and forgot that I put in a new lens and forgot to change the settings, but it'll be okay. I think.
Okay.
That happens to me all the time. I pretend
maybe
like
something interesting will happen.
Maybe. I don't know. I always pretend like I know exactly what's happening, like I'm totally in control. I'm not. But it's fun, it keeps it alive.
I remember that's what Jackie said when I had our first group for photos. Even if you don't know what the fuck's happening, just keep engaging.
Yeah, just keep going. Otherwise you really are going to get lost and not produce anything.
Yep.
How did you find Jackie?
I liked her. Like, I like how... I mean, I like her personality and I like the way she speaks and stuff, but we only had one brief with her, so I didn't get much time to get to know her because she sort of just comes in and just like, okay, everyone talk about the work, okay, bye. So, do you have specific feelings towards Jackie?
I actually really like Jackie.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked her.
Now, initially I didn't so much, because I met her when I was second year of ECT, and she started teaching us then. And I was a...
What, did you have to do patch shots?
Yes, patch shots actually. But I was very pretentious back then, because I was like, I know photography, I know my shit, you ain't gonna teach me anything. And then I'll be like super critical of anything that she teaches us, like trying to correct her the whole time. But I've actually grown to really like her, and I've been talking with her on and off every now and again.
She mentioned you in the class. She was like, "Oh, there's this one guy in like third year, and he's such a great photographer and stuff like that."
Funny.
We were like, "What's his name?" She's like, "Strauss." Like, "Oh yeah, we've seen him."
He's around.
He's around. Yeah, but I do like her. I like any lecturer that comes in and swears in front of everyone, because we have these two girls in our class that are like super conservative and stuff.
Only two? No, it's the fourth year class that are really conservative. Yeah, but I'm not sure about your class.
There are a few, but the majority is not so much. But yeah, two specifically that are like extremely, and I always like to watch them get uncomfortable.
I'm gonna sit on the floor.
Okay.
Because I feel like sitting. I don't know if I'm photographing that, so I'm talking a bit.
Okay.
I'm actually really interested in your class.
In my class?
Yeah, because you all kind of you come and you go, and you come and you go, and it's this really weird thing where no one's really involved in like departmental things. And it seems like a lot of them are kind of disassociated with, I don't know, engaging with anybody around them.
Yeah, a lot of them are. My class is very like, I don't know, I find them to be quite, they stick to their little group of people, and they're very like normal. I don't want to use that word, but they're just very like, they're just normal. I want to say bland, because I like them.
I was waiting for boring, which is probably not the right word. Because I mean, I can't say that, I don't know any of them.
Yeah, they're just like all quite normal. But I know a lot of people in the fine art class, which is nice.
Fine art class is fun.
Yeah. Simone and Luan and Karina.
Yeah. I really like Simone and Luan.
Simone. Yeah, and Paul.
Kirsten.
Denise, obviously, Kirsten. Yeah.
This reminds me, I need to contact Denise.
Are you going to photograph her as well?
Yeah, I want to. But actually, I mentioned to her last week at the quad party.
Yeah, she told me.
It's like, I need to contact you. I want to talk to you about my project. It's like, she got really excited and I was excited. I saw her the next day. And I completely forgot that I was supposed to contact her. I did send her a nice picture of the two of us at the party though.
Yeah, she showed that to me as well. You look pretty cool by the way.
I had so much fun. You know, it's always great to see how people react to, like...
Someone they see every day.
Well, like actually people that are from outside the department.
Okay.
Like, because the party's changed, they're more like commercial now, so you get, like...
A wider variety of people.
Yeah, but also people that aren't like really kind of creative in the sense that we are. Like our understanding we're quite funny what you do there and whatever. So I mean, I obviously went full out and dressing up, but then I also went in drag, which.
It's really cool.
No, it's cool. It's a lot of fun. I do it for my enjoyment.
Yeah.
But it's just like I find it interesting how like especially other guys react to me when I'm drag, and it's like straight guys. Obviously, gay men, they're just like, whatever, yeah, it's clean. Usually. But then the straight men, they're either like afraid, and then they just keep their distance, or they don't notice that I'm standing next to them, and as soon as they notice, they're like, oh shit, what is this?
Really?
What are you? Why? Does it hurt?
That's so weird.
It's like the weirdest questions, and then this one guy is actually nice, I've met him before. And he's dating someone that's in the 40 group with us. And, well, he's straight. And he's like, oh, hey, wait, you're Strauss, right? I'm like, yes. Oh, yeah, we met this one time ago. And he's like, oh, cool. And he gives me a hug. And then one of his straight friends is standing next to him. But he's like the epitome of
the most
like heteronormative, straight man, completely. And he looks at me with like total confusion. And then this guy that I just alerted is like, no, come on, just give him a hug. It's not that bad. Like, making me into this thing. It's like, it's not that bad. I was like, okay, I can let that go.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm not going to make a big fuss about it. And the guy's like, no, I don't want to hug him. I'm like, no, come on, hug him.
I'm so masculine. I don't hug men dressed as women.
Yeah. I'm not even dressed as a woman. I'm just like
it's drag.
I'm this gender clown, literally. Yeah. And I was like, no, come on, give me a hug, like, indulging them a little bit. And he starts like backing away. As I look closer, he starts running. So I was like, screw this. I'm wearing crazy ass heels. I'm gonna run after you as far as I can.
We wear heels and everything. That's so cool.
I chased him up the building until it almost fell. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just relax now and go back inside. So yeah, it's just it's weird having that experience with like other men, especially in Stellenbosch. Because when you're in Cape Town, they see weird shit all the time. But in Stellenbosch, they're kind of like, this is strange. I don't know what to do. What is this?
Yeah.
What are you? Are you like trans? Come on, really?
No.
Come on.
Oh my word, yeah. People don't really care about like finding out about anything here as well.
Yeah.
Stellenbosch, hey? So much fun.
It is, like, despite all the everything that's on here, it's like a really cool place, I think, to be queer in. Yeah. Despite the issues and stuff.
I think it's easy to find other queer people here because, like, well, I mean...
No, it is, but it's like, it's because it is such a small place, and then we tend to, like, I think all kind of flock together, but then it's usually, like, various cliques of people.
That's true, yeah. But I find that I don't have that many straight friends, except for people in my class. But I don't really hang out with a lot of straight people. Sometimes we go out and I look around and I realize there's not one straight person there, and I'm like, well, okay. This is fine.
What are you doing tonight?
That's cool. Do you have a lot of straight friends?
I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, who's really straight, let's be honest.
Okay. That's a whole different discussion. Let me think. Like, most of the time that I spend with people is usually at the department. or then my friends. But then the friends that I do see, it's like Peter and his boyfriend, and then Stefan and his boyfriend Dante, and my boyfriend. We kind of like have dinner parties together. And I've got like 4 other close straight friends that spend time with all of us every now and again. So the thing is, I don't think about it like that. Like,
yeah, I never did, and then someone asked me once, like, do you have a lot of queer friends? And I was like, yeah, actually, mostly, pretty much.
But it's also, when people ask me, do you have a lot of queer friends, I start sitting there and thinking, okay, you know what, who's queer? And I start counting, and then it becomes irrelevant, and then I kind of feel like, no, I don't have enough queer friends. And I start thinking about my straight friends, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough friends in general. But it's not really true. But yeah, it's like I have, with all the people that I'm like really good friends with, it's like a committed friendship. Like they mean a lot to me, especially. So.
Okay, so you're like have a small number of close friends, kind of.
Yeah, I like that. It's just you have more genuine connections with people, and also conversations are fun then because everybody knows the majority of like everything that everyone's been going through.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't say I have like a massive like entourage or whatever. But yeah, I also like Louise is my best friend, and I have Beata, and I have like 3 other friends who I would say I was very close to, and otherwise like just sort of friends that you go out with, and that's all kind of thing.
Okay. Ooh, I want to ask you a question. So, back on like the queer thing and queer experience in Stellenbosch, because I find like talking to people about their experiences, it's because everyone's experience is different. Mine's been very privileged. But like, are you like openly affectionate and like when you go out or stuff? And do you have like, what are your experiences then? Like how people react? Do people react? Have you had like have you been in negative situations?
Yeah, no, I'm a very affectionate person, so I'm openly affectionate in most spaces. Even in spaces where I probably shouldn't be. Like, we went to this really small Afrikaans town in Mpumalanga, and I was still like trying to hold Bea's hand, and she's like, no, the people are gonna hurt us. And I was like, okay, sorry. But like, I've had a few experiences, like 2 or 3 times in Mystics and around that area, where I was being affectionate with her, and then a dude comes up to us and is like, oh, that's so hot, like, why don't you guys kiss for me, and stuff like that, and it's very annoying. But Beata gets really angry. Like, when that happens, I kind of laugh first because it's so ridiculous to me, and then I react, where Beata's first reaction is like, if you don't fuck off right now, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face, leave now. Like, this one guy, we were sitting at a table, and he said, Sure was there, and Denise, and he said to them, like, oh, I want them to kiss for me, and they said to him, don't say that to them, don't say that, they're going to get angry, and you're not going to be able to sit here anymore, don't piss them off. Exactly. And then he was like, no, Bruno, it's so chill, like, I'm just going to like, no, and then he said it, and then Beata obviously did a whole like angry thing, and I was just sitting there looking at him like, oh, I can't believe you just did this.
They told you not to.
You idiot. Yeah. And then she told him to leave, and he was like, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to stay here. And I said to him, listen here, like, you have to leave now because you just made this really uncomfortable. And he was like, no, I'm not leaving. And he didn't leave, so we eventually left after we like shouted at him for really long. And then he went and bought 4 brandy and cokes to try and come say sorry, and he brought it to us, and we were like, leave us alone, we don't want to speak to you anymore. Like, you've ruined your chance of being my friend. Leave. He's like kept trying to explain, but it's really hot, like, you don't understand, it's really attractive, like. And we said, if it was a guy and a girl, would you ask them to kiss for you? No, obviously. So why are you like sexualizing us?
And also, what right does he have at all for you two to be hot for him?
Exactly. Like sure, we're affectionate for you. Yeah. Exactly. It's so annoying. So that's happened a few times.
It's like, if you want to see that, there's a lot of porn.
Yeah, just go watch porn. Yeah, it's quite annoying. And then one time as well, also in Mystics, which is weird because Mystics is supposed to be like one of the best spaces.
Yeah, I've always had a really kind of casual, good experience in Mystics.
But maybe it's because we would go to Mystics so much that the chances of something bad happening just decrease. But we were at Mystics and it was Beata's birthday actually. And then I kissed her, and then these people, like, they looked quite young, maybe before they got to first year, were sitting and they started staring at us and like pointing and like talking and stuff. But we were quite drunk, so we didn't see. We only heard about this afterwards. And then our friends went to them and shouted at them and were like, fuck you guys, like, have you never ever seen like a gay couple before? La 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 la. And then they would shut them down, and then we kissed again, and then they did it again, and then my friends were like, please fuck off now. So it's fun.
That's ridiculous.
But otherwise I've been pretty privileged. Like, I've never had any physical violence, and I've never had anyone come up to me and be like, you're going to hell or anything like that, which I know some of my friends have had stuff like that happen to them. Yeah, like I have friends who won't even hold hands in public because they don't feel comfortable in the wash. So luckily I at least feel confident to be affectionate.
I'd say, like, I'm usually actually quite affectionate in public. Like, I personally don't give a shit.
No, me neither.
It's like, if you honestly have something bad to say, come say it to my face.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna laugh at you. Okay, bye, thank you. Thank you for voicing your terrible opinion.
Yes.
And one time I was in Mystics, and what happened? Oh, I was on a date with a boy.
Okay.
And we went back there, it was like late, and we had a bit to drink already. And we're dancing and dancing and dancing, and then we started making out while we were dancing and whatever. And there were a lot of people around us, and like, everything was fine. And then I felt somebody tapping on my shoulder, and I just kind of like shrugged it off. I was like, what the hell?
You feel alone, I'm busy.
Exactly, right? And then they tapped me on the shoulder again, and I was kind of like, what the hell? Why are you interrupting me? And they're like, yeah, go man, this is so cool, like, respect.
Yeah, ugh,
and I was just like,
It's annoying because people think they're being all like liberal and accepting, but it's just as annoying.
No, you're not. You're just like, you're
Get
pissing
out of
me
my
off.
space.
Exactly, you're in my space, and I don't need your acknowledgement at all.
Yeah, like the other night, Beata told me that I was working and she went for a drink with Cher as well. And then there were these random guys that were sitting there, and the topic of Beata's girlfriend came up. And then they were like, oh, you like girls, la la la. And this guy said to her, I accept you. Well, thanks.
Bye.
I didn't ask you. Like, I don't need your acceptance. I get a lot of people that are like, that's so cool. Like, oh, you're so interesting. It's not interesting.
It's like,
I'm not doing this to be alternative.
it's just like everyday life.
Yeah,
It's no different. It's just different because of what other people say and do and reflect on us. It's just, I have had like this really annoying experiences recently. Like, in the street that I live, there's a lot of like construction going on, and especially in the house across from us. And it's actually, there's been a couple of times where, and it's the same guy, it's one of the builders there. He's like, he's basically catcalling me, but to mock me.
Okay. Like, oh, haha, you're like a lady, let me catcall you.
It's that same thing, and I'm just like, it's so annoying. Like, the other day he whistled at me like I was a fucking dog. And I turned around and I was like, what the hell? Like, why are you doing this? And I just kept on walking and whatever, and there's been a few other times, and one time we actually started talking to him. He's like, hey, when are we going to be friends? And I just kept on walking away to my front door, and he's like, hey, come on, don't be mean. I was like,
I don't owe you my time.
And he's like, it won't take long, it'll be the best time of your life. And at that point, I shut the door, obviously. I was just like, this is scary. And
it's so annoying how people think that, like, if you're a woman and if you're queer and if you're either or both, that they are entitled to your time and your space and your energy and your effort.
It's just...
every day. I have this conversation every day about, why are these people so entitled? Like, why do they think that they can just come here and be like, hi, can I please demand all of your attention right now? Never spoken to you.
Never.
Go away.
Go away. Assholes. And it's like, for me it's fine if people genuinely have questions, like they want to know, they want to like learn something or whatever, but
you
most
approach
of
it
the time,
with respect.
Yeah, it's like, hi, sorry.
Are you like gay? Do you like the same sex, hey? No.
Have you had that, like, of that, like, question? Like,
I've had, like, people ask me, so are you gay now?
you're gay now?
Yeah.
What happened, like, to be,
I don't know, like, I woke up one morning and I was like, I feel really gay today. I think I'm going to go this way for a while. Like, one of my friends who has really good intentions, and, I kind of get where she's coming from, but also it was very annoying. Because I came out to her as bisexual, like, in first year. And then she came to me when I was dating Björn, and she's like, so are you gay now? And I was like, if I'm gay, it's something that I've always been, like, it's not...
Yeah.
I'm just changing the way I explain it to you.
And also, it's like, I'm open about it now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's... Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
Yes, I am gay now. So
Starting this minute. It's really annoying. It's quite weird to like watch people's reactions when it very organically comes up in conversation that I have a girlfriend. So like we'll be talking and I'll be like, oh yeah, my girlfriend does that to strangers, and then it's kind of a game to watch if people are going to be like, a girl, or if they're going to be like just normal.
Yeah. I don't know, I've stopped having those experiences. It's strange though, people... Like, I was never kind of like I was closeted to my family, but I was quite open about the fact that I'm gay.
Yeah.
To like my friends and in public to everyone else. But for some reason, a lot of people still read me as a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't always know why. I was like... And also, I I'm pretty sure I looked more gay back then with my long hair and all these things. And when they found out I'm gay, they're like, what? Really? Like, are you like really gay?
It's weird. People expect... We were actually speaking about this last night in the safe space as well, about how people expect gay men to look this way and lesbian women to look this way. And like people say things like, how can you be gay? You're so pretty. like
gay people are ugly.
As if I'm gay because men didn't want me, so now I'm going to try women. Oh. No.
Actually, I've been meaning to go to one of those safe spaces.
It's really cool.
I know, actually, I want to go there just to like sit in and have some conversation with people. Also, to maybe reach out to people if they're keen to work with me. But it's like every Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday. I facilitated last night, so that was fun. And it was all women, so that was great. They were giving sex tips.
Hey!
Hey! And Brianna wasn't there, so she didn't hear them. Hey!
Nice, so she's in for a surprise, I guess. It's like, wait, what? Who are you? Sorry if I seem restless.
No, it's fine. I understand. I'm looking for
keep finding
things. There was something else that I thought of now that happened. What was it? I can't remember. We were talking about...
safe space.
Yeah.
And then sex.
Can't remember. Probably remember just now. Biara has a casting, she does like modelling and like she does adverts and stuff like that, so she has a job that they got for her tomorrow. But last night she had a really bad fit because she has epilepsy, but she doesn't think it's epilepsy, she just thinks it's something else. But she had a really bad fit, so I had to take her to Mediclinic. And they discharged her and stuff, and now she's like feeling really weird today, obviously. And then she went to the psychologist and got a doctor's note that said like she can't go because she has anxiety. And the people at the agency were like, oh, but you can just pop a pill for that. Anxiety's not that serious. I'll see you at the shoot.
What the hell?
Like, that's so fucked up.
So does she still have to go to the...
No, she's going to the hospital now to get like a paper.
Okay. Shit.
So yeah, that's annoying.
It's a strange hearing about that industry. A good friend of mine, he's also... he models. He models sometimes. Not like professionally or... Well, professionally, since he has like a portfolio and he gets obviously cast for various projects and adverts and stuff. Yeah, Pierre, you probably remember him now. But it's just like funny hearing what like things are like behind the scenes and goes on there. And you're like, really?
It's weird. I actually did an advert on a few days ago. First one ever. It was very weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
So are you
it's going to be an Alan Gray gif.
Ooh.
I signed her this thing, but it was kind of happened by accident because you know, like when those guys come to pulp and they're like, we need extras for this. So I was like, okay, I have time, so I'll be an extra. And so I was an extra for a Malibu ad, and then all of a sudden this lady added me on WhatsApp and she was like, hey, I'm your agent. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. So she sends me days when they have castings and stuff, and then I go check it out sometimes.
That's a nice expression. Cool. I actually had a dream the other evening that I was a model. It was the strangest experience ever. And no, I was like waiting, and I was only wearing my underwear, and then somebody was doing my makeup, but like drag makeup. I was supposed to go on the runway, and it was just this strange situation. I don't know what was going on, and I'm so glad I woke up because I would not be in for that at all ever.
Yeah, I don't want to do any modeling thing that makes me feel really awkward. And I thought I would be super awkward in front of the camera, so I was very scared to accept the job. But it was like $1,500 for 2 hours
That's
work.
That's easy.
So I just went, and it was actually fine.
So I just want to get this thing on a tripod.
Where did you get that camera from?
It's actually mine. If you want to hold it in your mind.
It's huge.
It's quite heavy. It's actually cool to play with as well. Like, just in terms of like, if you look from the top, there's like a little screen, and if you want to focus, you can like use that. So
whoa, that's so cool.
It's one of my favorite cameras.
How many do you have that are yours?
Ooh, to give you a number would actually be a little difficult. Probably somewhere around 10, I think, 9 or 10.
But I know you build your own cameras as well.
Yeah, I haven't actually been doing much of that lately.
Yeah.
I did like last year to get a break from just like all the things you have to do for art or whatever. I started this like pinhole project where I take a picture every day, and that was fun. But no, it changes every now and again in terms of like which cameras I work with and stuff. But this one's cool. I've got like a lot of lenses for it, and it's just like you like really have to work to get images from this camera because it is so like clunky and big. And also I find it interesting how people like react to this thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's quite big. Like it has a lot of presence, and strangely, like every single time I've been photographing with someone with this camera, they've been so relaxed, and I'm not sure whether it's not because I'm not like hidden behind something or whatever.
Because it feels so like hipster and authentic.
It does.
No, I'm kidding. What was I going to say? So have you shot all of the pictures with that camera?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm doing the whole year's work on this thing. It keeps everything contained and doable, I guess. I'm not even sure if this is going to fit. Okay. Yay. And this is also a new tripod. The tripod that I usually use is in the studio, and I've been not really. I don't know, I feel bad taking it sometimes because I know a lot of students use it as well, but I'm kind of like, I'm fourth year.
Yeah, priority. Sorry, I'm just going to take flu meds because
That's cool.
got the flu.
You've been getting sick.
It's weird because I don't get sick that often. And then Beata was sick last week. Made me sick.
That always happens.
Yeah.
I didn't spend time with my boyfriend for like a week and a half because he was sick. I'm so terrified of getting sick recently. It's just like last year I went through this stage of having tonsillitis for 2 months.
Shit.
I had to take so many antibiotics. So I'm just like extra safe.
So do you still have your tonsils?
I do, but I'm going for a tonsillectomy on the 9th of June, and I'm excited but terrified.
Have you ever had like an operation before?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite
experienced in the operating room.
not experienced, but quite comfortable with the idea of falling asleep and waking up and being in pain, but not knowing what happened.
Okay, yes, agreed. I had my wisdom teeth out and another tooth. So that's pretty much it.
I think that's actually coming up for me as well.
Wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I haven't been at the dentist in a while, and my mom's like, make an appointment, you have to go. And I know I have to go, but I hate the dentist.
I've actually never met anyone who doesn't hate the dentist.
It's just such an uncomfortable experience. It's like a person looking into your mouth and probing around. It's just like, it's uncool. But yeah, I have the sneaky suspicion that they do need to be taken out.
Your teeth, your wisdom teeth.
My wisdom teeth, all my teeth. I'm ready for false teeth.
I think Beyonce thought that I'm already done because she's like, I'm coming to the art department now. Sorry, I'm in trouble.
What's the time now?
It's 3:15.
Okay. We're probably done with being done in the next 15 minutes anyway.
Okay, chilled.
I've only got like 2 frames left to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you got enough stuff?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't know.
Never
You
enough.
never really know.
Yeah.
So, there'll be at least 1 or 2
Okay.
just to work
Well, we
with.
can meet up again if you want, like,
Yeah,
with Beyonce.
I'm definitely going to be like meet up again to shoot some more, but like the next meeting we'll have is once I've made like a contact sheet and we can like talk about the pictures
Okay.
and do like a general edit and stuff.
Mm.
That's also kind of interesting.
It's quite cool that you photograph people in comfortable spaces.
Yeah, it also like I don't want to remove. Like obviously everyone has their own identity and individuality in terms of how they kind of navigate like relationships with other people, but it's especially when you're like photographing something and when it's so specific to like their identity and their experience, you don't want to remove them from
Their
places
space.
in which that they're remove them from places from where they're comfortable, like completely like let's say if we did this kind of work in the studio with like lighting and stuff, it'll be boring.
Yeah.
And most likely you'll be uncomfortable because then there's this like
lights on you.
this light and this like very like visible act of like me looking at you. The thing like with this is I feel like there's a lot more kind of like you have a lot more agency in terms of how you're like obviously I choose which moments I photograph and stuff like that, but you're aware that I'm photographing, but then you're comfortable.
So I don't feel like you're directing me around.
I don't know, it's like I'm obviously making a lot of assumptions because I don't know what do you feel like currently.
Yeah. No, but I get that, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like the approach. I actually cleaned my room a little, so this is not that messy. I'm very messy usually.
Me
I'm trying
too.
to be less messy in this tiny space though, because it's just too much.
Hey. My room's the same. It's actually like kind of ordered and neat and clean-ish. But then as the week progresses,
Yeah.
just like stuff piles up on the floor and things get moved around and whatever.
Yeah. I usually throw stuff on the floor, but Brianna doesn't like things being on the floor, so I've started teaching myself to put it on the chair. And I also end up piling stuff in the cupboard, so I don't know how bad it probably is. It's actually not that bad. Maybe this one. Nope, it's okay.
I know what I'm going to do. I first need to drink this thing.
Now I have to meet up with, just now, after we done, with Cher and Brianna and people from Breaking Boxes.
How are things going with Breaking Boxes?
It's good. We have some stuff planned.
Have you had another like official meeting after the last one that I attended?
We had one this week about the rape culture stuff.
Okay.
And like, are we going to respond to it and stuff? So we have some stuff planned, but it's very low key right now because.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think everyone's busy and.
Yeah, this is the busiest time of the term, I think, for most people.
Yeah. And why? But are you making like any headway in terms of? Because I know they had this. Sorry. Like, can we just say we should stop asking questions on big boxes?
No,
I don't know how
it's
like
fine.
under wraps everything is or whatever. About removing the like Mr. and Mrs. acronym from the student cards.
Oh yeah, I'm not in charge of that project, so I'm not sure exactly what's
Okay.
happening with that. But when we meet again, because the meeting that we had last week was basically just about like what are we doing about this one issue. It wasn't a general meeting, so next time we have a general meeting, we'll probably talk about everyone's progress on that. We do want to do a thing though where we put signs over all the bathrooms that are gender neutral as like a campus redress thing.
I was actually surprised to hear that there are bathrooms that are gender neutral. Like, I wasn't aware of it.
Really where?
Didn't they mention that like in Metanoia?
Oh yeah, in Metanoia. And I mean,
It's in
typical
other
else
spaces.
bathrooms are
Yeah.
gender neutral, but they're not like explicitly gender neutral. It's just that they. It's quite strange. It's almost like they trick you into using gender neutral bathrooms.
It's like there's another thing that's interesting to me because a lot of people are like, okay, but like no, you can't do that. How are you gonna like police the bathrooms? Like, how are you going to keep it safe? And they're assuming that because it's gender neutral, it's going to allow men or necessarily rapists to go in there. No, it's not. If they wanted to go into a bathroom which women use, they do
just
it.
go anyway. Exactly.
It's just like think for a
It's
moment.
really stupid.
And also this argument of
Transgender.
oh no, yeah, they're trans, so obviously.
It must be perverted.
Yeah, and obviously they're gonna want to rape women.
Yeah.
No. They
Yeah.
just want to go pee like everyone else.
Yeah, and there's never ever been a reported case of a trans person like attacking anyone in a bathroom or anything like that. Sorry, I'm sniffing so much.
No, it's cool. It's perfectly understandable. I should.
Oh my word, this is so weird. They just told me that for our project we have to put our flash drive in packaging. Why?
Oh, they did it too. I remember when my friend Peter and then did like a similar, they had like a video project for something. They had to design packaging for the thing that the video is being handed in on. It
Yes.
was either flash drive or CD.
That's exactly what we have to do.
They made the video in like a supermarket, and the packaging ended up being like this like fried egg.
That's
It
cool.
was like a fake fried egg, but it was still a fried egg.
That's weird. I'm trying to think now what to do. Ugh. And I only get told this now. Oh well. We'll be fine.
When is your deadline Friday?
Yeah. Screening it tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Okay.
I think we're mostly done, just small things.
Okay. Let's go. Hey, cool. More pictures to play with.
More pictures. Oh, you're shooting it? You're done shooting everything?
Sorry?
Have you finished shooting?
Yeah, I have. I've run out of frames.
Okay.
I have more film, but I'm not going to build up another one. I think it'll be quite cool if Piata's around next time.
Yeah. Maybe you can organise a meeting when we both. Yeah.
And obviously she's welcome to join. I feel like looking at the pictures later and she wants to see like what happened and stuff.
I'll probably be keen for that. Ooh.
like friendly with any of the other people here in Triple L, or?
Some of them. Why? Do you know someone that lives here?
I actually do know someone that lives here. I don't know where in Triple L, but he's a second, third year engineering student. His name is Kenny. Okay.
There's someone you photographed?
No, that's just a friend that I know.
Yeah, my housemates, I know them very well, obviously. Well, I don't know them very well. I've only met them this year, but I know them. And they're quite cool. And I know Melissa. You know Melissa Sparrow?
Yeah. Oh, like I know her, but we haven't really like. I met her at that like meeting that I went to.
Yes.
We haven't really spoken.
Yeah, I don't really know her in much in a personal capacity either, but.
Well, let me put it this way: I have her on Facebook.
Okay. I also had her on Facebook before I'd actually met her. So. Yeah, and some people that know this don't live here, and like Chantal is in Triple L, but she's not in the village.
Is she in Triple L?
Yeah.
I thought she stayed in a flat.
She stays in Triple L, but it's one of the houses, so it's almost like staying in a flat.
Oh, okay. Well, I've actually been getting to know her slowly.
I love how she rants. It's really funny. Last night she ranted for so long about marriage and how it's like this performance of gender.
She always rants.
She hates this performance that she has to do, and she's parodying her sister now.
Yeah.
She's going to the wedding and she has to be a bridesmaid. I don't know if she told you this stuff.
No.
Oh, well, she's going to her sister's wedding and she has to be a bridesmaid, and she's not allowed to bring Vanya because
Not allowed?
she's a girl. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So she's angry about that, but she's going anyway, and she has to wear a floral dress and makeup and shave her legs and all sorts of crap.
I can't see her doing any of
I
that.
know, me neither. I would love to see a picture.
She doesn't have to shave her legs, she can wear stockings.
Yeah, exactly. And also it's a long dress, no one's going to see anyway.
Like 3 pairs of stockings, you won't see any hair, I know. I'm pretty sure I didn't like use anything.
No, just
I'm
don't
always
forget your
like-
phone.
Yeah, and I'm always like really paranoid about it. Because I put stuff down and then like,
I also do that.
try and pick it up again.
I always leave stuff behind and have to go back. And Bianca has this habit of like, when she leaves space, she also like looks around everywhere. It's starting to learn.
Like I literally, I like lock my car, walk 5 meters, freak out, run back, check that it's locked.
Yeah.
And it happens every
Your
single
car?
time. Yeah, my car.
Yeah, Beata, like, she locks her car 3 times, and then she checks every door and the boot, and then she walks away and she locks it again, and then she walks away and she locks it again. Every time, and every single night before she sleeps, she knocks on wood 3 times. She's like quite superstitious.